Let me share with you something no one has ever told you about money. What I'm about to tell you is going to be the freedom that you were praying for. I wish someone had told me this 7 years ago because it would have made my life a lot easier and my financial journey a lot faster. So be ready to take note in the comment section because your insight and perspective might be exactly what someone else needs to finally break through. Most advice tell you to save, plan, budget, and for years you follow it perfectly. You work hard, check all the boxes, and still nothing changes. 7 years ago, I was exactly at this place. I saved, I was investing, I was planning very well. A few years later, looking at my bank account and my investment, nothing had really moved. That is when I realized something huge. Everything that I knew about money was quietly holding me back. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 10 reasons that you have never heard before that are silently draining your wealth and holding you back, and what you can actually do to work instead. Let's get into it. Number one, take 100% accountability for everything. I mean, everything that happens in your life. This is the most important one on this list. So I'm starting here because if you get this one wrong, nothing else you do matters. No matter how much money you make, one bad moment will erase 5 years of your work if you don't get this one right. Every time that you blame someone else, the government, the economy, your boss, your parent, for anything that happens in your life, something devastating happens in your brain. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that is responsible for decision making, planning, problem solving, long-term thinking. This is your creation engine. This is where you simulate the future and you figure out solutions. When you blame others, you trigger stress response, and that reduces the prefrontal cortex activities. It shuts down the higher level thinking and it leads you to poor decision making. When you blame others, you outsource the job. You've told your brain that other person is responsible for the solution. The prefrontal cortex shuts down creativity and gives up. But when you take 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life, you retain all the power, not because everything is your fault, but because taking responsibility means you are the one who can change it. You cannot control the economy. You can't control inflation. You can't control what others do or what they think, but you can control how you respond. You can control how you spend your money. You can control your spending, your income strategy, your investment choices, and that control is where your power lives. So write this down in the comments. Responsibility equals power. Because the moment you stop blaming others, your brain starts solving this problem. Number two, waiting for permission to earn more. This one is insidious because it's very invisible. You're waiting for your boss to notice you, for someone to promote you, for the right time to ask for a raise or to start a side business. But here is the truth. No one is coming to give you permission to level up financially. You have to take it. The people earning significantly more money than their peers, they're not necessarily smarter or more talented. They asked, they negotiated, they started the side project, they raised their prices, they stopped waiting. Waiting for permission is a myth that we absorb in childhood. Wait to be called on, wait for your turn, don't be too bold. But real world and real life rewards boldness and audacity. Life rewards boldness and audacity, not toxic humility. So here is your homework. Identify one place that you've been waiting for permission. Maybe it's in asking for a raise, increasing your freelance rate. Maybe it's launching that idea, and just start without permission. Reason number three, trying to be perfect with your money. You spent $50 on a takeout this week. So now you think you ruined your budget and now you want to give up. Sometimes people would say, I forgot to invest last month, so I'm behind. What's the point of even trying? This all or nothing thinking is perfectionism bias. It stops more people than almost anything else because financial success isn't about perfection. It's about the progress you make. Think of it like driving. If you take a wrong turn, you don't just give up and drive back home. You recalculate. So one bad month doesn't have to erase all of your progress. What matters most is the consistency and the habit that you're building over time. Making good decisions more often than bad ones. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself grace because your financial journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Write this one down so that you can remember it's a marathon, it's a slow progress, not you running so fast trying to arrive at some invisible destination. Number 4, hard work alone is not enough. This one breaks my heart because I see so many people working themselves into the ground, believing that effort equals result, but effort does not equal result. Hard work without systems, without leverage, without letting your money compound, that is just exhausting yourself. You're running on a financial treadmill, arriving at nowhere. The people that are building real wealth, they're not working harder than you. They're working smarter. They're building systems. They're automating their investment. They're creating leverage, whether that's through investing, building assets, or delegation. Hard work gets you started, but systems, leverage, and compounding are what gets you free. So it's very important that we stop glorifying the grind and start building the machine. Reason number 5, you are avoiding financial discomfort to protect yourself. Every time you avoid looking at your bank account, avoid looking at your net worth, avoid confronting your spending patterns, avoid thinking about your risk tolerance, you think you're protecting yourself from pain, but you're actually creating more pain for yourself. Financial discomfort is simply information. It is your money trying to tell you something. And when you refuse to listen, the problem compounds. I get it because looking at the numbers can be very scary, but not looking doesn't make them go away. It just makes it worse. The moment you confront a reality, even if it's messy, you can start fixing it because now you can see the problem and you know where to start. And that's a relief right there. So open your banking app that you've been avoiding for months. Look at the credit card statement and run numbers on your debt. Face it so that you can start solving it. Because on the other side of that discomfort is clarity. And that clarity is power you need to make changes because now you can start taking action. Number 6, saving alone will not make you wealthy. Saving feels safe. It is a responsible thing to do. But cash sitting in a low interest savings account is often outpaced by inflation. Imagine rowing a boat at 1 mile per hour when the current against you is coming at 4 miles per hour. You are going backward. Savings will protect you. It covers emergencies, but investing grows your wealth. This is the difference between preserving what you have and multiplying it. Build your emergency fund first before any investment, 3 to 6 months of your expenses, and then pay off high interest debt. But once that's done, shift your focus to investing because someone that is earning 10% annually is doubling their money every 7 years while yours is trading water at 1% in the bank. Number 7, money is the goal. When you treat money as the goal, I want to make $100,000 or I want to have $1 million in the bank, you are missing the point. Money isn't the goal. Money is a tool. Understanding this really shifted my mindset from hoarding and holding on to money to investing and solving problems and using the money to get the life that I want. The goal is freedom, not having a lot of money. The goal is flexibility, security, having options, ability to say no, ability to say yes. So you flip the question, what do you want money to do for you? Once you know that, you can reverse engineer the amount you actually need. You might not need $1 million to be financially free. You might need less if you actually sit down and look at what you need. That perspective alone makes financial freedom feel achievable instead of working towards an impossible number that will discourage you. When money is a tool, you spend it to solve problems instead of impressing others. You invest to get it to grow. It changes your whole mindset about money. Number 8, high income automatically means wealth. No. I have seen doctors who can't afford to cover a $2,000 emergency without borrowing money. Income doesn't equal wealth unless what you keep and grow is more than what you're spending, is more than what is going out. Someone earning $50,000 who invests 20% is building more wealth than someone earning $150,000 who saves nothing. So start now with what you have. The habit you build at $40,000 income is the same habit that will serve you at $400,000 income. Myth number 9, you need a special skill or degree to get rich. Wealth isn't built through credentials. This is especially for my African people because we love those degrees and credentials. It is built through creativity, problem solving, leverage, and consistency. Your income is directly proportional to the problems you solve. You already have leverage. You have time, you have your network, your existing skills, your ability to learn. The internet in today's age has simplified wealth building because you can learn anything for free. You can start a business with almost no capital. You can invest with $10. The barriers that existed 20 years ago are gone. So stop undervaluing what you already have, which is your skill and time. Your unique combination of skills, perspective, and creativity. It is your leverage. Use that. Myth number 10, there is no single perfect formula. Wealth building and money and financial freedom, there is no one size fits all. What works for me might definitely not work for you. Your risk tolerance, your goals, and your timelines are different. Stop searching for the perfect formula and start finding out what works for you. Build your own plan, adjust as you go. Trust that small, consistent actions that you're constantly taking because it is compounding. And if you need help with a personalized plan tailored to your goals, your income, your timeline, I am offering a free coaching call. This is something I wish I had when I started. It could have saved me a lot of time and money. And this fills up very fast because it is free. The link is in the description. So there you have it, 10 myths that might be quietly shaping your financial decisions. Here is what I want you to do. Write down 2 or 3 that hit the hardest for you. Seriously, because your perspective might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to finally make the change, for it to finally click for that person. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.